What's up, guys? Today I decided to make a video on just one car as opposed to doing a list of multiple. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these videos on either just one single car brand or an individual car model. So like and subscribe for more, and with that being said, let's get into the video. The year was 1999. General Motors needed a crossover to be added to their lineup to compete with the ever-growing pool of crossovers that were starting to emerge at the time. They decided that they didn't want to spend a ton of money on developing a whole new chassis for this crossover, so they used the U-body minivan chassis, which was used by the Chevrolet Venture. Then, they reworked this platform to help make it competitive with the likes of the Lexus RX and Toyota Highlander. The concept of crossover cars at this point was a relatively new one. Tom Peters, who was GM's chief designer, created a concept for a versatile Pontiac crossover SUV that was to be called the Aztek. He would actually go on to design, in my opinion, one of the best General Motors vehicles of all time, the C6 Gen Corvette. It's a good thing the Aztek's design wasn't carried over by Peters to future vehicles. This concept was marketed by General Motors as a fun sport utility vehicle. It was decked out in a nice yellow color with versatile looks and plastic cladding. The Aztek was launched in 2001 and would continue to be produced until 2005. Some of you may remember this car as it was Walter White's vehicle in the television series Breaking Bad. It did slightly resemble the concept from 2 years prior, but did look a little different. The amount of plastic cladding that the concept had was increased, it had more angles, and it had a dual split tailgate that functioned as a bench with cup holders. There was actually also an option for the Aztek that was a tent that could fit over the trunk so people could camp in their car. This option was available if you paid extra for the camping package for the car. The Aztek was front-wheel drive as standard, although you could opt for all-wheel drive. Under the hood was a 3.4-liter V6, which made 185 horsepower and 210 pound-foot of torque. The transmission was a 4-speed automatic. Performance was good for the time, with a top speed of 120 miles per hour, as well as a 0 to 60 time of 9.1 seconds. The Aztek came in 3 different trim levels over its 5-year production run, those being Base, GT, and Rally Edition. The Rally Edition and GT trims were the sportier ones, although they were mostly just exterior appearance packages. While the Aztek had a decent powertrain and engine, it was largely disliked because of its looks and the way General Motors marketed it. A lot of consumers thought that the car had strange angles and a weird look, which I can understand. I even heard that Pontiac dealers of the time would back these up so the front was facing the lot, as to not show the uglier back part. These cars sold pretty well, despite not being liked by the public as much. Although General Motors aimed to sell 30,000 units a year, the Aztek's best year would end up being 2002, with 27,793 being sold. The second car that would be built on this platform came out in the summer of 2001, just a few months after the Aztek's release. This car was the Buick Rendezvous, a mid-sized crossover SUV that would continue to be sold for 6 more model years. This car, like the Aztek, was assembled at GM's Ramos Arizpe plant in Mexico. While this car didn't look incredible, it certainly is better than the Aztek. This car had the same transmission and engine options, but was generally more well-liked and received. It was a much more successful car than the Aztek, although it was basically the same car. Both the Aztek and Buick Rendezvous were recalled at a later time for serious fuel tank issues, along with some other problematic recalls. It's a shame this platform had so many issues. After the Aztek was phased out, the car's successor would be the Pontiac Torrent, which came out a year after in 2006. In 2010, 5 years after the end of the Pontiac Aztek's production run, the Pontiac brand would be killed off in an effort by General Motors to save money. While this car over the years has been problematic and largely hated, I've always liked it since I am a fan of strange or odd-looking cars. So that is the Pontiac Aztek for you guys. This is a slightly different video than what I normally do, and it's a little shorter than normal, but I did really want to make a video talking about this really weird car. Be sure to let me know if you'd like to see more videos where I just talk about a single car or a car brand. Like and subscribe for more if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.